Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Tanner's Favorite Things. I'm Tanner Knight, and today we have an unboxing for you. So let's dig right in. Our package is small, just a FedEx envelope, so shouldn't need any tools. All right, what do we have here? A Warwick Gnome, and this is a 200 watt digital pocket amp. And you can see pocket, it almost fits in your pocket, but here's the back of it. And our side says big sound and is brand new. I didn't expect that to be the case. I thought this was a used item, but it appears to be brand new. So let's see if I can get into this without a knife. Sometimes a knife has just got to do. All right, in the box we have Warwick paperwork. It is in English, and it looks like the German is on the other side because Warwick is a German company. Yeah, just some basic information about the amp, the knobs, and what they do and mean. I'll imagine we'll get there when we get there, but oh boy, this thing is tiny. This is way smaller than I was expecting. This is it. Let's see if I can get something for comparison, but this is super tiny. I really like it. Just for comparison's sake, here is a standard Boss sized pedal versus this unit. That's pretty ridiculous. It's probably 2 1/4 Boss sized pedals and maybe even a little less on this side here. So maybe just 2 Boss pedals in the size of 1 amp. That's pretty impressive. So as you can see, we do have a power in right here, which says mains in 1 to 120 volt. That's good because that's what we have here in the US. Then we have a 1/4 inch. I assume that's a out to a cab, or an XLR out also to a cab or a DI in, or input. Then we have ground lift right here. So I'm just gonna leave that off. So I have a cabinet that I do want to plug this head into, but unfortunately it's kind of buried in my garage right now, and my wife and I are redoing our floors, so there's a lot of stuff in my garage. So we're gonna go ahead and fudge it a little bit and plug this into a guitar cabinet, but not just any guitar cabinet. I do have kind of a bass specific cabinet. This is a Rivera low bottom, or lobotomy, low bottom cabinet, which was powered at one point, but whomever the previous owner was, or one of the previous owners, took out the power amplifier out of the back of it and just put a standard plastic plate there to cover up that port where the power was. So it's just a regular old cab now. I have 2 guitar speakers in there, and it'll be close enough for this purpose. And then we'll get that 2x15 massive acoustic cab in here. I think it's the 406 or something like that because it has the horn on it. But for now, we'll plug this into a 2x12 and see what she sounds like. Stay tuned. All right, before I turn any knobs, what am I playing here? This is a PV Accelerator Plus 4-string bass, has a rosewood fretboard, a bilaminate maple neck, which is 2 pieces glued together, and I don't know what the body is, elder or basswood, maybe swamp ash. I think it actually might be swamp ash, but in any event, it's a really nice bass with active pickups, PV branded active pickups. It's from the 90s, so it's kind of meant to be in that metal kind of da-da-da-da-da-da grungy, get down type of bass. So it's a real fun instrument, and let's go ahead and see if we can make some noise with this thing. So if I turn the gain, I get nothing all the way up, but if I leave the gain up and about 50, and we that's peaking my audio on the line in from the looks of things. No, the speaker actually. The line in needs to be turned up. Let me go ahead and do that right now. All right, so that should be good. So our sound capturing is being done in two ways. We have an SM57 on speaker 1 over here, which is an MG 12-inch speaker in this Rivera low bottom subwoofer, formerly powered subwoofer, but now it's a 2x12 cab, and it works really well for this application. And then we have the line out that's being plugged directly into my Focusrite Scarlett 18920. That's my audio interface, and we're going to hear the difference between the mic'd audio and the line in, see if there's any discernible difference. So here you go. Let's go ahead and get some sounds, and I'll crank the gain up to about 75, put the bass in the middle, maybe a little hot there. So that's really juicy for this tiny little amp. Again, master is pegged all the way, but our gain is really where you're going to dial in the volume and the growliness. So at about 60% it sounds like this. I think that's even a little hot. It's peaking my input there. Punchy. Those 212s sound more respectable than I thought through this tiny little amp, but 200 watts, that's a lot of juice. So this thing really kicks. Just for kicks and giggles, let's go ahead and hear what a different bass sounds like. These are active pickups, and I don't know, maybe 40 to 50% of you run active pickups in your bass. So let's go ahead and hear the passive for the other 60 to 50%, and that sounds like this. All right, here we are with the Fender Precision V bass. The V stands for 5, as we have 5 strings with a low B, so it's basically the 4 normal strings on a bass plus a low B. And it sounds like this. I find this to be a bit bass heavy, no pun or anything intended, but the bass is definitely booming with the Precision bass. So very punchy and, you know, usable bass tones. And I think that this bass sound would cut through above a drum set and even mix in with a guitar or 2 guitars very nicely. So 200 watts packed in this small package really does go far. It's just pretty growly and badass. I like it. So this is a first impressions video. I by no means am going to exhaust the possibilities of this little amp right now, but I do want to do one more thing before we leave, and that's test the DI versus the speaker output functionality and see if it's anything worth discerning between. And I had a formula that sort of works where I play a riff and show you just the direct out, and then I play kind of a repeat, the exact same riff or video take of that with the audio from the mic, so we have an A/B comparison, and then I'll show you all two of them together in this case. So here's our little riff. This is just on the direct out, and then we'll go to the microphone, and then both. So there you go. Let's go ahead and hear that exact bass line with just the microphone, the SM58, which is currently on just one speaker over here, and then we will go ahead and hear both. But first, the microphone. All right, here are both of those tracks mixed together. If you like one better than the other, then please leave a comment. This is for my own purposes, and I like to get what other people like when they hear the music that I create. So if you have any particular tastes one way or the other, let me know. So that's the Warwick Gnome 200 bass amplifier head. Tiny little guy, but it packs a mighty punch when you have it plugged into the right cabinet. In this case, I'm kind of fudging it just a little bit with a 2x12 low bottom cabinet by Rivera, but I think that it sounds really good with these speakers, and we'll have to do a little A/B comparison in post to see which one sounds better. So if you like this style of content, then please feel free to like and subscribe. That always helps me decide what to showcase on this channel and what you guys want to see. So ultimately, it's what I love and what I want to present, but you do have a voice in this, and I want you to know that. So thank you for watching. Hope to see you on the next one. Thanks.